Hey guys, it's Spazman13579 here with a layout update. Sorry about the previous one. YouTube was having some problems and will not upload the audio both times I tried uploading it. So I'm going to make an entirely new one, and let's get started so I don't make it 20 minutes again. And hopefully this time I will make a little bit more sense. Anyways guys, the first thing that you'll be able to see is that I have a lot of the mountain back here put in. This section is, I guess you could say, done structural wise. It just has to have paint applied to it and ground cover and trees and stuff. And then that'll be good. And it needs a tunnel portal as well. But it's just on a plaster cloth with sculpted mold put on top of it. And I have the skeleton per se structure of this all done. Well, actually not that section, but I have the main frame of it. That section's done. It's going to be going all the way over to here, and then it's just going to go all over here. But yeah, so that's coming out pretty good so far, and I'm pretty happy with it. If you guys remember before, I had this A unit and this B unit tandemed by 4 wires, I think it was, just so that they could operate off of one decoder. But since I sold my single A unit, I decided to take apart these two. Now they both have their own Atlas Master decoder. It's just like those basic DC/DCC ones. They're really nice. They have forward and backward lighting and some CV programming. But anyway, these things run perfectly in tandem. As you can see right here, they are not gaining any ground. Oh wait, I lied. The B unit was just gaining ground on it. But other than right now, what just happened, they have been working flawlessly together. Like, these are my new favorite engines probably since I guess you could say revived them. But they've been working really good, and yeah. Now we can get onto the yard section. This is the new revised Millersburg yard, and I'm going to talk to you guys about it. First of all, you guys might remember starting over there. This is all code 83 track. It's all gone. This is all code 100 now, as is the rest of my layout. I got rid of most of the code 83 other than in the yard here. But that's not used as much, so it doesn't really matter. But maybe wondering where these switches have gone. Well, the switches have moved over to here. What was before was these switches going off onto here were on the main line. And those just like made it so trains ran really loudly and stuff over it. They didn't derail, they're just annoying. And also, when switching, the train would have to come out onto the main line and take up the main line. But now, they can just simply switch in, like internally of the yard. So that is a really big bonus, that switching will work better now. And then, starting from the end of the yard here, can see we have a switch. That switch goes off into all of these. These are ones that were over here previously, and they go off into the 3 main storage or car storage tracks I had before. At the end is a tiny little 4th track, and that is just enough for this switcher and one 60-foot or under car to back up and go into here. Right here is the track, the bad order track. That's it, yeah, the bad order track. Like if a car is not working properly or something, a dispatcher and or operator can put it onto this track, and then after the operating session is done, I can come take the cars on here and go repair or replace them. So that's really good, and it's better than having a track over here where it's like kind of in the way of things. This will have like weeds growing on it and stuff, since it's almost kind of like a retired track that, say, NS uses. But that's a good addition, and that can be used as storage, that little 4th thing as well. The switcher will probably sit there, so it doesn't have to take up space. Anyway, coming off of this switch, we have another switch. This is a only code 83 switch on the layout, and it goes onto here. This is just another car storage track. So yeah, it can hold about, let's see, 6 50-foot cars, I think, or 5 50-foots and like 7 40-foots. So yeah, and coming off of that switch is another right hand switch. Coming off of that right hand are two left hands. At the end of the second left hand here is a caboose track that will be strictly for cabooses. These two will be for engine storage, like kind of, say a train comes in, it has to store some engines, that's what that'll be for. And then right here will be a track where cars are placed that have to be transferred over to the transfer yard for the Conrail/SP transfer. So yeah, that's what that track is for. So a switcher or a small locomotive can come out and easily pick those up and go right onto the interchange and go back to there. So yeah, it is all, like before I didn't really plan anything out, just kind of throwed track down. Throwed is not a word. I kind of threw track down, but now it is a lot better and I can actually get some decent operating sessions in. Since I've been rambling about track too much, let's go ramble about cars. Right here is the very first piece of rolling stock I have spent $20 or more on. This was a $24 Atlas Master Series caboose, and it was a very $24 well spent. This thing is loaded with detail, bunch of etched metal stuff on top, some brass on wires here, metal wires here, and window glazing and stuff. I did some detail painting on the end to make it look a little bit better, but it's a very, very good car. Very good rolling car too, other than the fact that the wheels are a little bit too thin and they like to fall into the frogs of switches very easily and the derails and stuff, so I had to put Kato wheels on there to solve that problem. This is a really good car though. And right here is my new pride and joy. This is my scratch built transfer caboose. Just a quick rundown of it. The bottom frame right here is a 40-foot boxcar, a blue boxcar. That is a caboose frame. These are caboose trucks. These are pieces of styrene on the ends to simulate painted wood. The ends were sawed off from the frame of the caboose and put on there. The top is from a 40-foot boxcar that I cut in the middle to shorten and make about 32 scale feet. Same thing with the walkways, and those are etched plastic, not metal, but etched plastic. And the sides and ends are made entirely from styrene, and I had to bore little holes in them and cut those out for the windows, and I built a black window frame around each one. You can't really see it, but the doors on the ends have little door handles to open up. So this thing is extremely detailed, and all the wire end rails and stuff are scratch built from brass wire. Same with the ladders, those are custom ladders. But yeah, this car is super good. I have to weather it very lightly and get better trucks for it, probably Kato trucks. And yeah, both these cars are really good. Now let's get into some locomotives. Here's the two engines I've been working on. Well, here's the first one at least. It is an X-Pen Central, or at least it's going to be an X-Pen Central U23B. It has a little bit of solder on that. That's not good. But yeah, it's going to be in the scheme where they have PC black and then a little tiny little CR just patching out the PC. Kind of an interesting paint scheme, but very prototypical for the 1975 to 1980 time point. It has yellow end rails like that and stuff. It's obviously not done, like I had to put the CR and stuff on it. It will be weathered more than it is now. It's just lightly weathered right now. But yeah, this is coming out pretty good. And here is SP4800. Well, used to be SP4800. As you can see, it is now SP4820. The whole reason behind the 4820 is because on the decal sheet, I was being very lazy, and like there's 4 sequential numbers that say 4820, but there's none that say 4800. So I just was being lazy and I cut out 4820. It's still GP38-2, but yeah. Just a quick rundown of this guy. It has a new snowplow on it, new MU cables, a scratch built, or well, a better scratch built anti-climber, even though it is a bit too thin. It's made out of styrene with two supports right there, brake wheel right there, sunshades on the cab, P3 horn with an elevated stand, air conditioning unit, a antenna stand. I have to get the antenna itself on there soon. I will get it eventually. These I have to do some touch-up painting on, but they kind of popped out. The trucks have been customized for 4820. The original trucks had some extra details the original did not, but or that the prototype did not rather. These guys are new. They're from Canon, I think. It has the eye bolts on top. On the back here, another anti-climber scratch built MU cable stands on an MU cable holder there with MU cables. The SP light cluster, all of these are, or they were, drilled out and then put in as a brass wire. And the fans on top too are a little bit different from the prototype, or from the original that I put onto the prototype. So yeah, this engine came out very nice. The paint job on it is beautiful. You cannot see any decal film whatsoever. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. So those are two relatively new engines I've been working on. Let's go over to the workbench and see what's been going on over there. Right here I have a blue box car that is going to be the version 2 of the SPSX paint scheme. The original, as you can see, is gray and red. This is going to be blue and black with the same kind of stripe there and reporting marks. But I want you guys to tell me what the new logo should be. This is We Meet Your Demands. So just kind of give me a logo that I should put on there. Something about moving freight, I guess. But yeah. So tell me what you think I should put on there. The whole reason that I painted that blue in the first place is because my local hobby shop was having a sale on polyscale paint. Normally this is $6 a bottle, and they reduced it to $2.38 for a couple weeks. I think they had like a giant box of it that you could just buy whatever for really cheap. Because paint has a certain amount of shelf life, so you have to get rid of it either way, and they didn't want to lose money on it, so they were bombshelling it. Here's the ADM grain elevator. You guys have not seen this for a very, very long time, but I bought it, I built it, and never touched it again. And I did no painting on it or anything. I just glued it together, and yeah. Right now I'm working on putting a tar paper roof on it. As you can see right there, it's coming out pretty good. It's just pieces of tissue paper that have been glued on with Elmer's white glue and painted black. I also built a little styrene thing going around the outside to make it look a little bit more realistic. But yeah, I was going to do a gravel roof, but decided not to just because I didn't really want to. And the sides are going to be painted the same color that I'm painting my room right now. It's like a lightish kind of gray. Well, I have different colors for my room, but like it's a light gray and a dark gray, but this is going to be painted light gray. Because using this EL gray on here, as you can see, this is the 4th coat that I put on, and it's not really showing up that well. So I'm going to have to do something about that, which is just use paint that's like made for painting walls. So yeah, that's a little update on that thing. The main part, not main part actually, the silo portion of it's right here. This has a little bit better paint on it, but it's still not very good. And I think that is about it for this layout update. I'm probably missing some things, but that'll be covered in the next one. Make sure guys to look out for some new videos coming up very soon. I'm going to get back into doing the how-to videos and that kind of thing, and all that good stuff. Summer 2012 has been very, very busy for me, and I got to spend a lot less time down here than I thought I was going to in the first place. So hopefully fall 2012 will bring a little bit more success to the layout than what I've accomplished here. but it's still a pretty good portion of stuff done. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll focus on some random thing. Here we go. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to go check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/spazman13579. Like it up, we'll have some new giveaways coming soon. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.